There is a time to bid goodbye to the old and the ordinary, and to awaken the beauty within. That time is now. It is time to take charge of life. Awaken to a new way of thinking. Awakening with Brahmakumaris.
Namaskar. Welcome to Awakening with Brahmakumaris. Sister Shivani, welcome.
Thank you so much. Om
Welcome
Shanti.
to our new series, Going Beyond.
Thank you.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Sister, I was reading something yesterday which is very close to my heart, so I thought I would share it with you and the viewers. And also, we were talking about mood. Who is responsible for whose mood? Am I responsible for your mood, or you're responsible for my mood? But before I read this, I want to ask you one question. Somebody asked me the other day, if somebody says something to me, don't you think I should be angry? Why? You mean to say, I can say anything to anybody on earth and it is his responsibility? Is that right?
The first line went, don't you think if somebody says something to me, I should be angry? You should be if you want to. That's fine. We didn't say that you have to necessarily create a calm and peaceful feeling. If you want to create a reactive emotion, but take responsibility that I am creating this anger. Then it's fine. And so you choose to create your anger. And if you feel it's justified, if you feel it's beneficial, and you feel it's going to be good for everybody, including yourself, go ahead. But saying it to yourself, I am creating this anger because I feel I should be angry. And then give yourself reasons how it benefits you. But what we were saying earlier was, I'm angry because of them. That doesn't hold true. Two things are totally different. You say something to me, and one is, I'm angry because of you. And the other is, you say this to me, and I feel that anger is the right emotion right now, so I'm creating anger. So I take personal responsibility for my emotions, and then the outcome of those emotions.
And what about a child in school, in class, say he's a 7-year-old boy in a class, and few boys gang up and tease him, and you mean to say it is his choice?
It is his choice. It's just that we haven't taught him. So when he comes home complaining that there was somebody in class who was teasing me, parents shouldn't react. Again, if parents react, get hurt, upset, or angry, then again he's preparing himself that this is what I should have felt when they were teasing him. And if parents change the response to, okay, they're teasing you, they're saying what they feel is right, you can ignore it. You're a wonderful child. Don't worry about what the world says to you. That's it. Choice of responding to the situation.
So now, who is blaming whom here?
Who's blaming whom where?
When the children are teasing a boy.
Yeah, earlier we would say, obviously if somebody's teasing me, I'm going to feel bad. People are making fun of me. They're saying this. It's insulting. They are insulting me. People don't insult me. People say what they feel like saying. It's their opinion. I insult myself by listening to their words.
And how do I get insulted?
Because I take those words and I identify myself with those words. It's like, suppose I do my work very sincerely and you have to just walk in and say, you're no good. You're useless. You haven't done anything today. I do not know myself, and so I take your words and make them my identity and say, I'm no good. And when I hear that I'm no good, I don't like it. But the other option is, I know what I'm doing. I can do better. And they feel that I'm not doing well enough. That's their opinion. I will work on myself. Two different things.
And if I tell that tomorrow to somebody, you know what that person will answer me? He'll say, I'm not a saint.
Well, you're a human being. A saint is also a human being. The only difference is a saint is a human being who has learned that he is the creator of his thoughts and feelings and is aware and chooses them. That's the only difference between what we are doing and what a saint is doing.
We were talking about moods in the last episode, and I told you I wanted to read something which is very close to my heart too. It says, if you lost someone or something important to you in the past, you would have created sadness. Your language. You would have created sadness, and not the loss created sadness. You would then repeat your sadness every time you remembered your apparent loss. Eventually, you become so familiar with your sadness that you become comfortable with being somewhat sad and sorrowful. Perhaps even creating a subtle identity. I am sad, I am sorrowful, or I am a sad person. My identity. This pattern records in your subconscious, waiting for a trigger outside, waiting for a trigger event to invite it back into your conscious. I want to read this line again. This pattern records itself in your subconscious, waiting for a trigger event to invite it back into your conscious awareness. Long after the memory of your loss has faded, long after your memory loss has faded, this may become a prevailing mood that moves through you and you don't know why. This is why we often feel that we are at the mercy of our moods, and it seems our emotions have become our masters.
Excellent. Very, very nice.
This happened to me in 1984, 85, when I had forced my brother in my car coming from Hyderabad to Mumbai. I said, "What are you doing? Come with me." And thank God the driver was driving, and met with an accident, and he died. And for years and years and years, this had become my pattern and kind of my identity, that I am a sad person. I have done this. I have killed my brother. So, whatever it is here. And each time I used to think of him, I used to cry. And every night at 2:45 in the night, and early in the morning, that was the time the accident had taken place, my whole body would be full of sweat, and I would change my night suit every morning. So this had become such a permanent kind of a pattern.
Now this, what you've just shared with us, is a very big incident. But we're seeing the pattern. The mood created because of the loss that happened, the mood gets recorded in the subconscious. Now the situation is over, but the mood remains in the subconscious, and the slightest trigger will create that mood all over again, and very soon that becomes my mood most of the time. Like in this case, like what you shared is sadness. It could be anger, it could be hurt, it could be rejection, it could be any kind of mood. It's basically something created because of a loss sometime in the past, recorded in the subconscious, not corrected and changed, will remain there. Now we need to learn to go beyond our moods, because otherwise we will be living with these moods and accepting them to be natural. The very wonderful sentence which was there in the paragraph which you just read, and which you also shared in your experience, was, this becomes our identity. You know how often we use the words, I'm an angry person, I'm a warrior, I'm depressed, I'm stressed, I'm upset, I'm rejected. I am the
So and
emotion.
so.
The emotion. I am the emotion. So I have made the emotion my identity. I am this. The first and foremost thing that I need to do to get over my moods and go beyond my moods is start disidentifying with the emotion. I am not this. Yes, there is anger here. Yes, there is sadness here. It is an emotion which is here. It has come. It will pass. Anything that comes will pass. But if I make it my identity, then it stays with me. I should never ever put this tag on myself. I am this. This has come, this is created, it will pass. The more we entangle ourselves with this emotion, the more we resist the emotion, the stronger it gets. When we make it our identity, we expect it to come.
Of course, my job is to, keep cool. I am cool.
I am. So when I
Freezing.
say I am so and so, I identify with the emotion, I expect the emotion to come often. And because I expect it to come, it comes. So I am an angry person. So
Expect and accept.
Yeah,
I've accepted myself also.
Yes, absolutely. So because that has happened, I'm fine with it if it occurs repeatedly. Because this is me. So what else do you expect from me?
Acceptance.
Like our roles. I am this. I am a mother. So obviously I'll take care of my children. I am an angry person. So obviously I'll get angry. I am depressed. So obviously I'll feel low. Disidentify with our emotions. That's the first step to finish them.
You know, when I used to drink every night and cry every night and feel sad and feel guilty about the accident. I had identified myself like that. I'm a unlucky, unhappy man, a sad person. It doesn't happen to everybody, it happened only to me. So I started kind of enjoying it.
Yeah. Because it becomes a part
I'm
of...
sorry to tell you.
Yes.
If I tell somebody, he'll feel bad.
Yeah.
But it was it had become a lifestyle. I was enjoying it.
A victim
Go
feeling.
drink, feel bad about yourself, feel guilty, cry, go to sleep.
This thing, simple thing which you shared with us is the next thing that we need to take care of. Drink and go to sleep. Which means the emotion is there, and instead of facing the emotion, I'm going to use an escape route. And all of us have found our escape routes today, so that we don't have to face the emotion.
Escape route and a reason to drink.
Yeah, but different people can use different escape routes. Everybody might not use alcohol. For somebody it might be alcohol, for somebody smoking. For somebody it would be let me watch a movie. For somebody it will be let me go for a holiday. For some people it is let me just be busy working.
Or leave me alone. I want
No,
to...
working. Working has become a very big escape route for people today. If they are low or upset or there's been some pain in them, they will just keep on working the whole day. Because the minute they are free, that emotion is there and they have to take the responsibility of experiencing it and handling it. So the best way is to escape the emotion is what most of us are using. Or the other thing is go and share it with other people. And when we share it with other people, we get their approval and assurance that what we are doing is right. That gives us the justification. These are all escape routes. We should never ever run away from the emotion. It's just a temporary distraction. In fact, face it directly. Just be there with it. Understanding, yes, this is pain. Yes, this is anger. I'm not going to move away and watch a movie while it's here. Because even after I switch off the movie, it's going to be there again. And then movie after movie and holiday after holiday, distractions after distractions. We were not facing it. It's like there's a challenge in life and we're running away from it.
So for this kind of a thing, we need the kind of knowledge you're teaching us through Awakening of Brahmakumaris. Otherwise, see, what happened to me, it was a traumatic experience, a shock. When I'm shocked, it's just like somebody sleeping and in his dream he's watching his father's dead body and you are also in the dream telling him he is not dead. How can you say? He says, I can see it. Somebody who is not asleep, who can wake him up and say, Mr. Oberoi, get up. Then, oh, you're in a dream. So, in the same way, when there is an accident at home, and your dear one, and you lose someone so close to you, it's such a shock. Who will think of all what you're talking?
Yeah, but what you said was, there is no doubt about it, it's a very big loss. Sadness is getting created. I'm creating it. But now if I use alcohol, if I say to myself, I am a sad person, then I'm just evading the process of facing the emotion and changing it, which is something that I anyways have to do. Instead of escaping from the emotion, because anyways finally we have to face it and change it. Unless we do it, like you said, I was sad for many years, but eventually you faced it and changed it. But the question of how many years, now somebody can remain sad with it for a lifetime. Somebody can remain sad for a year. Somebody can remain sad for a month, for a day, lesser than that. Finally, each one of us has to face the emotion, consciously choose to change it. In some cases we will say, time will heal it. So we wait for time to heal the emotion.
Sister, you said time is a great healer. Fine, it is. I used to believe that too. But I personally feel with my experience that more than time, the right gyan, the right knowledge, or the right line, or somebody talks to you, that helped me. I don't know, I cannot make a statement for everybody. When I was shooting with Dr. Lagu, he told me something. He said, I still see the shock on your face. You look so sad, upset after my brother's death in the accident. I said, yeah, I feel guilty. I feel that I've killed him. I forced him. He did not have clothes. He did not have money. He didn't have anything. I just said, sit in my car. And I pulled him in my car, and he left everything behind. And he died in the accident. And he said, you should not mind. I want to tell you something. He says, I feel that you are behaving, Suresh Oberoi is behaving as if he is God. I felt a little bad. Then I understood it later. Is what he means is right. Am I God? Am I doing the whole thing? Did I create the accident? Is this my some kind of an ego that I did so and I can do it, as if I can do it? So after that, this whole thing was over.
So when we said time is a healer, it's not actually the truth. It's a belief system. It's a belief system which we use and which we depend on. Like we depend on other people and situations, we also depend on time. That, okay, with time, the memory will fade away, and as the memory will fade away, the loss will become lesser, and as the loss will become lesser, the pain will reduce. So we can give any amount of time. It could take a day for somebody and many years for somebody. But like you said, one line, one understanding, and the sadness reduced. And you moved in another direction, which means faced the emotion, accepted it, and took the responsibility of changing it. Had you left it to time, it could have taken many more years.
Yeah, but I left it to time, and I was lucky that within that period of time, I got this knowledge from Dr. Lagu.
Right.
Maybe the other people are also cured, their problems are solved through somebody's lines, but it takes time.
So more important, if I'm going through an emotion, face it and look for solutions. How I'm going to change it.
Talk to yourself.
Like you said, talk to yourself, talk to someone from whom you can learn and change it, but not escape from it, not live in that self-pity and that victim feeling, and definitely not leave it to time. Face it.
Otherwise, the same thing will happen, what we've read it here.
It will get deeply ingrained in your consciousness, and every time any situation occurs, that impression will get created and your sadness becomes your prevailing mood. Your anger becomes your prevailing mood. Face it, understand it, see the damage it's creating, use a tool, change it. Like for you, that line, I'm not God, was the tool. It could be different tools for different people, but we need to take a tool. This is working on ourselves. But if I'm escaping or running away from it, I won't be working on it. Another very important thing that we can take care of to overcome these moods that we keep experiencing is check our desires. A lot of desires. Desires are not necessarily just about things and achievements. A lot of subtle desires, like what you were sharing the other day, everything should happen accurately, people should behave the right way, is also a desire. Professionally is also a desire. And what happens is, a desire is already created here. It's already started living here. I can see it on the screen of my mind that this is how things should be. This is how people should be. And when that desire does not get converted into a reality, I experience a loss. Because for me, I had already created it. And the reality has not happened the same as what I had created here. So I feel a sense of loss. And whenever there will be a sense of some loss, not necessarily a loss of a family member, but any kind of loss, there will be this mood that will get created.
How can you live without that? If you invite me for lunch, don't you expect your staff to bring proper food and vegetables and everything and give it a time? I have not come for dinner, I have come for lunch.
I understand.
So that's not called a desire, sister.
A desire that everything will happen perfectly at the right time.
I'm expecting you to be professional is a desire.
It is a desire. Because you're not accepting the situation, you're expecting something, so it's a desire. You may expect something from me. My situations and my capacity to do it could be different. How I'm feeling today could be different. And so I may not be able to live up to what you're expecting. But because you've already created that desire, and because it does not get converted into reality, for you it's a loss. And the minute there's a loss, a feeling of loss, there will be one of these emotions. So let's, like for me, I would say, people should be like this. It's also a desire. People should be sincere. Desire. People should be honest.
How will the army run then?
Desire. One is discipline.
The general of the army wants everybody at 6 a.m. there.
Yes.
And then is that his desire?
One is a discipline. And one is to create that thing here that this is what I want. That's very important. And if I don't get it, for me, there's been a loss. Like for you, yesterday was a loss of a day's work. That's a loss. And the minute there's a loss, there will be anger or sadness or hurt. Because I have desires. Let's live each moment, taking it as it comes, not already creating it, so that for me it's not a loss. If I don't create a thought or a desire initially, this is how they should work, then it becomes easier for me to accept them the way they are working.
You mean to say, like, if the flight is delayed and it's beyond the hands of, beyond the control of the captain of the flight, he'll try his level best to make up time on the way so that he reaches.
That anyways they will do.
That's all.
That anyways they will do. Anyways they will.
That's all is in his hands.
Absolutely. Nothing else. But we can create so much anger and pain perceiving the loss that has happened. So it's very important to keep a subtle checking that whenever we are creating any of these moods and emotions, what is the desire that we had created, because of which I'm experiencing this? And gradually, it takes a little attention, gradually, let's start reducing our list of desires. I want people to be like this. I want this thing to happen like this. I want my driver to be like this. This is a whole list of desires.
Sister, I don't think I'm still able to understand what you say. But the time is less and we can only continue in the next episode.
Sure.
And I'm sure I'm in a lot of people with me who are watching. Our viewers are also maybe not very completely agreeable.
Sure, definitely.
So shall we have a small meditation?
Sure. Let's sit back. And let me have a look at how I'm feeling today. Is there any attachment of the past? Any loss that I had experienced? Any desire unfulfilled? Because of which I'm creating sadness. I have a choice. Things and people will work as they're meant to be, according to their comfort and their capacity. Let me see how I can change how I am feeling today. I am the master of my emotions. I'm a master who chooses, aware of my comfort level, my every feeling in every situation. I'm gradually learning to go beyond the moods that I have created in the past. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, sister. Thank you so much. I am a master of my moods and my emotions. See you in the next episode.
People don't insult us. They only give their opinion. We take their words and make them our identity and then use that identity to create hurt. Mood created in one situation, if not corrected, gets recorded in our subconscious. Any trigger will bring the pattern from the subconscious to the conscious, and very soon this becomes our prevailing mood. Do not make the emotion your identity, like, I am sad, I am aggressive. It's only a creation. It will pass. If we identify with it, we expect it to come and accept it when it comes. Face the emotion. Do not try to escape it by distracting your mind with movies, alcohol, working, holidays, or talking to people. Time cannot heal us. We choose how much time we take to heal ourselves. Face the emotion and find the tool of knowledge to heal it. Do not leave it to time. If you wish to discuss your problem or have a question to ask or want to know your nearest Rajayoga Meditation Center, write to us at awakeningwithbks@gmail.com or call us on 099 99 744 555.